Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is the third video in my collaboration with Cosmedica Clinic, and yeah, today it's the 4th of February, so it's been exactly 3 months since I had the pleasure of having a hair transplant done in Turkey with the Cosmedica Clinic. And yeah, we can just take a look at the results so far, where we're at. From like a distance, you can't really see too much of like what we're dealing with, but of course up close and in like very bright lighting, you can see that, you know, there's still not that many hairs, but the length of the hairs are now like kind of doing a good job of concealing that fact, which makes it way more easy to just walk outside and be comfortable and feel normal. It doesn't feel like I've had a hair transplant now, I guess. And like the donor area is completely feels normal, looks normal, it's all good. So I guess there hasn't been like that much of like a progress since the last time, other than the hair just growing longer. I've noticed like the very first new hairs are like starting to pop up, but it's very few so far. But that is to be expected because we are at the very end of what is called the ugly duckling phase in you know, hair transplant nomenclature. And so hair transplants, you know, when you get them, some of the hairs will survive the transportation, and that's the one we see kind of growing normally. But most of them will fall out in the process of like shedding, and then they go into what's essentially hibernation for 3 months before they come back out as new hairs that will be very thin in the beginning and then kind of over time grow to be like normal human hair, to be fairly indistinguishable from the rest of what I got going on. So yeah, like the first month, there's a lot of changes, of course, with the surgery having just happened, and then month 2, month 3, not really much is happening at all. And now in the coming 30 days, I think about 10 to 15% of like the total results, like the hairs, are gonna start showing up again, and then it's just gonna become more and more. So in 3 months from now, it's gonna be almost difficult to see that I've had a hair transplant. I think like 60% of the final results should be in by then, and that is exciting. So now we're finally going to see some differences week to week, or at least month to month, and that is fun. I did the hair transplant like in the middle of fall, so that I could like have it pretty much be finished by the time true spring or summer comes around. Because in Norway, winters tend to last until like April is finished, essentially. And in May, I think the result is going to be pretty great, and I'm excited. So yeah, like not much else to report. I'm very happy with the results. It's been going great. I no longer have to stress about doing anything to like kind of maintain it, just living a normal life. And yeah, as always, I really recommend Cosmedica Clinic, and I do try to tell that to people, because a lot of people, like when I show up, you know, hair transplants become a topic of discussion, and a lot of people, I guess, have been thinking about it, but it's not really a conversation they usually have. So they use this as like an opportunity to talk about their own thoughts, and many men have had this idea of going and getting some work done there, and I highly recommend it. I think for me it's definitely worth it, and I'm not going to regret it at all. It's super affordable, and the quality is great, and you're being treated like a king, I'd say. But anyways, yeah, this is the third video. We're about to see some serious progress in the next ones. All right, see ya.